Yesterday at 9 p.m. Moscow time, the US interest rate decision was announced and the rate was lowered by 0.25 basis points. After that, we made some queries to the neural network. Here you can see 2124. On the daily chart, the neural network modeled this kind of price movement for us in advance. That is, according to the scenario, the price was first supposed to drop and then there would be a sharp upward jump, a daily upward movement. It also calculated the stop loss, take profit, more precisely the take profit and the entry point for us. Let's see how it's performing now. Overall, we can see that the probability of this forecast playing out is 75%. The volatility is average, which fits our strategy perfectly, and unfortunately our risk ratio is 2.63. However, because we had detailed calculations derived from both the neural network and our own internal logic, and also due to the fact that the interest rate was lowered and Chairman Powell explicitly stated that overall they would not be raising or, to be more precise, lowering the interest rate any further, this combination of factors actually allowed the United States dollar to strengthen significantly. Let's see how this trade is performing at the moment. At the moment, we can see that our trade is bringing in $1,327. So according to the panel, we calculated a 1% risk. The lot size was calculated for us right away. And here is our overall profit and the number of points. Right now, I plan to lock in part of the position. Overall, the price has almost reached the take profit level. Here it's at 147.974. And according to the forecast, the neural network calculated a take profit at 148.355. So that's where the price should go. The price hasn't reached the take profit yet, and overall I moved the profit target today. Let's set it where it should be. Right here, we should fully lock in our trade with a profit of $1,600. Now, I am going to lock in exactly half of the position at the current market price and make sure I'm not taking on any additional risks. So we're going to lock in six lots right now. Done, that's about $640, and we still have $644 in play. We're waiting for the position to play out, and we'll take an additional $800 in profit. I recommend everyone use this neural network in different setups. So if you see a certain level, you can check whether the price will bounce off it or break through. This is one of the setups I personally use. It works great. Give it a try. And what's more, you can also put it to the test with literally any other established trading theory. For example, wave theory, or indeed any other approach that you currently trade with. You can absolutely use classic chart pattern analysis, detailed horizontal or even vertical volume analysis, whichever specific methods you personally prefer to use. It really doesn't matter in the slightest. You can simply use it in combination to validate your setups. So if your setup aligns with the movement modeling calculated by the neural network, then you should enter the trade. And I also recommend not considering trades. In other words, when the neural network has filtered and calculated that there is no trade block here, you shouldn't try to come up with reasons or look for confirmations just to justify entering a trade where you want to. That is, in situations where the trend movement is neutral and it's unclear where the price will go, but at the same time, the risk to reward ratio simply isn't suitable. But at the same time, you want to enter a trade and you see that there is a clear price movement direction, and overall you could enter just with lower risk. The neural network isn't telling you not to enter here for no reason. Most likely it has a justification for this. Or the trade is simply unprofitable. But even so, the neural network still calculates a model for you. And this model is kind of displayed, but it's best to wait for a block trade where the stop loss, take profit, probability of success, and suitable volatility are already calculated. And overall, all the conditions are right for this setup. Use technology correctly, and you'll always be one step ahead of the market and consistently make a profit. Subscribe to our channel, like, repost, and leave your comments. A new update is coming soon.